Hi, Easy Artist here. For this video, we're going to need a tester, dust cover, cable stripper, punch down tool, jack, and an electrician shears. And for this video, we're going to use a Cat6 cable. And the first step on that is to remove 1 to 3 inches out of the cable jacket out, and make sure you do not nick the inner conductors, because that will create problems. And after you do that, you remove the outer jacket and you use the cable. You use the electrician shears to cut the whipcord. That's very important because the whipcord sometimes can play with our conductors. And after that, you put the jack upside down and you look at the color, and then you put all the conductors in the colors order that you see. And as you can see, you have green and brown to your left, and then you have orange and blue to your right. So once you do that, you have the color in place. You untwist them, like you just do it like 3 times to untwist them, each one of them. You could do more, but usually do that. And the model that we're using is the T568B. That's the most commonly used everywhere, but you also can use the T568A, which is kind of the same. But if you do that for one, you have to do that for everything else. And once you do that, you put the conductor in the groove. Use the punch down tool to fully insert the conductors or wire in the groove of the jacks. And then as you do punching them down, you will see like they go flat. And also the punch down tool cut the wire so we can easily remove the excess wire with no problems. And we're going to do the same thing for the other sides. You punch them down, and once you finish, you remove the excess wire. And for this video, we're using 2 jacks in order, and we have our tester, so we test it, because once we finish with that, we're going to put the dust cap on. That's very important, because the dust cap is one of the most important thing about the dust cap. It's protect the cable from coming out. And also we said dust cap, that's also protect the cable from dust, but most important, it protected from excess pulling. We are repeating the same process for the second part. So just remember, we said that we were gonna do 2 in order to have time to test it. That's very important. So as you could see, I've removed less jacket in that one, but usually you remove 1 to 3 inches. Some people will use 1 to 2, but it's all depend. So once you do that, like we did, we put the jack upside down and we look at the color, and and the way that the jack look at it. Just remember that there's always a solid color and a light solid color. So make sure we put them like in order that you see it in the jack. That's really easy to do. And so once you do that, you repeat all the steps, jack in it, do everything, and once you finish, you should be able to jack it. And then as you could see in the rest of the video, you will see good that I jack it, and then later on we test it and do so much. And one of the things that I want to remind you, like this, every video that I make is a video, there's a next to it, because this video I'm trying to show you how to do a jack, but our next video will show you how to do RG45s, how to crimp them. Those are easy tips that we use, and those are very important. Like if you want to make your internet cable longer, if you want to add an antenna to your internet. Those are stuff that you need that will help you do that, you know, without having to go to the Home Depot or one of the store and buying like things that are very expensive. Meanwhile, you can do it your own. It's not that hard to do, and I'm planning on bringing like some other jacks and that are like easier to do. And yeah, like we said, so like continue our video, we going to put the dust cover on that, and once we have the dust cover, we going to take two RJ45s plug to plug each end of the jacks, and then from there we can test it. And you know, like on this test, they are like really easy to use, because once you put it, it will give you like all the numbers, and if it pass, it would say pass, and if it's failed, it would say failed. As you can see, we put the first one. Now we're gonna plug the next jack, and it's, as you could see, so now we're plugging into the tester. The tester have two tips, one in the bottom and one in the bottom. As you could see, that's a pass. And thank you so much for watching. We really appreciate, you know, like your time. So don't forget to subscribe, like us, and follow us. Thank you so much.